Hello, everyone out there in Facebook land and social media. My name is KATHERINE.SYMTHE. That's right. I am the digital media producer of Planet Cat and P.A.W News, which is People's Awareness Within, which is a news broadcasting component of the Planet Cat franchise. I wanted to take a moment to personally thank everyone out there from LinkedIn, Instagram, all my friends and supporters, all of the social media platforms that we're on, and all of the 50,000 people that continue to follow us and watch us and support us. Hello, Anya. How you doing? I want to say welcome to you, Kari, Anya. And you are now on day 8 of Wednesday, March 25th. Hello, Lestat. How you doing? And this is March 25th, day 8. I'm counting down each day. This is day 8. Hello, Mickey. How you doing? This is day 8. We started our broadcast every day since the restrictions went into place in the San Antonio area on March 18th. Every day, Planet Cat, P.A.W News, People's Awareness Within. I'm having a hot flash. Let me turn on my AC real quick. Only in this world would you have a hot flash. Trying to have a hot flash is a pain in my butt. Alright, I had to turn off the AC. Anyway, Planet Cat, P.A.W News is all about you, the people of San Antonio and the surrounding areas. What we do is we go out there and find resources. I personally go out there and I verify the resources. I call the resources. I check up on the resources. I verify information that people... Lestat says she's really sick, hoping I get better by tomorrow for work. Lestat, please take care of yourself. If you're feeling sick, stay home. Call your primary care doctor. See what's going on. Make an appointment. It's so important during this time period that we stay healthy and take care of ourselves. Planet Cat and P.A.W News is all about providing accurate and verified information for the resources for the people of San Antonio and the surrounding areas. Now, of course, in this time period, I have chosen not to be a driver for Uber and Lyft. My priority is, of course, my health and safety, and also I am dedicated to the people of San Antonio and the surrounding areas because we're in this together. That is why P.A.W News is San Antonio Strong, unity in our community. Hello, Raul. How are you doing today? I'm filming from my apartment, so you might have a little visitor that comes by. She goes meow, 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 and her name is Skull. She's my emotional support animal. As we all know, we're in the midst of this pandemic known as COVID-19 coronavirus. Lives and people have been impacted. Hello, Mike. How you doing? Hello, Marlena. How you doing? I'd like to take this moment. If you know anybody that's in the fields of work, hello, Chuck. How you doing? If you know anybody that is working in the health field, people on the front lines, hello, Milani. How you doing? If you know anybody that works in hospitals, hello, Medusa. How you doing? Please thank those people that are in the hospital fields, people that are out there as firefighters, policemen, people that are all on the front lines delivering groceries for HEB workers, anybody out there on the front lines, please thank them because they are putting their lives on the line to make sure that we all have what we need in order to make this together through the pandemic of coronavirus. As you all know, yesterday, a second life was lost in San Antonio due to the virus of coronavirus. This hit way too close to home. This woman was a dear and beloved friend of one of my friends that was one of our regulars at the Wax Club. And we want to take a moment of silence, not only for the life that was lost, but for all the lives that have been lost. And let us now take a 30-second pause for the lives that have been lost and for all the people are working together to get us through this time period. Let us take a moment of silence for the life that was lost and those that are being impacted and all the lives that have been lost. So please be patient. Let's take a moment of silence. Amen. I want us to remember that we are not alone in this. We are together in this war. This is not a war against terrorists. This is not a war against gangsters or the cartel. This is not a war against criminals. This is a biological war against a virus that is impacting all of our lives and has forever changed the way we are living. The lives that have been lost is horrendous. The people's lives that have been affected has been horrendous. Now, I want to go over a few things like we always do. We're going to give you up-to-date information. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Mike. And then we're going to go over some resources, and then we're going to open up. And anytime during this broadcast, please ask me questions, comment, share this broadcast to everyone. Please share this because this is all about working together. Like this broadcast. Share it to your networks. Now, I know yesterday, oh my God, so yesterday a lot of us tried to go live, and I'm sitting there on the patio of my friend's house going, where the hell did my live feed go? Facebook, really? You censored me? Do you know how many people thought their live feed got censored? Okay, one, that's great that people are paying attention, and two, that's horrible. Hello, Chris Redfield, how you doing? And two, that's horrible that we have such a distrust in algorithms that we thought that we got censored. And it turned out that because there were so many people online, so many people going live, it really just crashed the live feed and they had to adjust the algorithms, and that's what happened yesterday. So what I did is, thanks to Sandy Royce and Milani, I was able to go to their profile, retrieve the live broadcast, download it, and rebroadcast it. And then by the time it came back up, I had two videos up, the one that was live and then the one that was rebroadcasted. Here's some news regarding the coronavirus, and this comes directly from Johns Hopkins Hospital. Remember, I always go to my sources. I check everything out. Hello, Jennifer. How you doing? Hello, T. How you doing? Hello, Chris. Hello, Rebecca. How you doing? From Johns Hopkins Hospital, they said as of 4:45 p.m. this afternoon on Wednesday, there are 1,147 cases that are active with coronavirus, and there have been 14 deaths in the state of Texas. Of those 1,147 cases that are active, 18 of those cases come from the quarantine at JBSA Lackland, San Antonio. San Antonio Metro Health System has reported that there are 69 positive cases here in San Antonio because of community transmission. Remember how I've been talking about that it goes from containment to mitigation? We're no longer in the containment phase. We're in mitigation, trying to now do the treatment and care. Remember that it stays in the air for 3 hours. Copper, it stands in the air for 4 hours. Cardboard, it stays on cardboard for 24 hours. Stainless steel, 2 to 3 days. And I gotta learn to cross my T's because I'm like, what's a starless steel? I meant stainless steel. For those that have counters, 2 to 3 days. Plastic, 3 days. Don't touch your eyes or your nose. Stay your social distancing of 6 feet and listen to the orders. We've got to take the precautions during this time period. We were out, me and my friend, we were out at a 99-cent store picking up supplies for other people in the community and ourselves. And when I was in line, I had my bandana on because we don't have any masks. We had our bandana on. And the woman in front of me began laughing hysterically. She's like, "You're crazy. Everybody's taking this way too damn serious. And this is ridiculous. This is just interfering with my spring break." And blah, 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 blah. And I looked at her and I said, "You may think it's funny because it interrupted your spring break. But I can promise you the virus didn't come around to affect your I said fucking spring break. This is about safety and precaution. This is about being safe. And I understand that you're young, but this is the reality that we live in. People are taking the precautions. People are trying to stay safe. And laughing at the face of direct orders on how to be safe is not good. And I'm going to tell you that if we don't follow the directions and directives that are being given to us, and it gets out of hand and rioting breaks out or whatever because people are not obeying, we will have martial law. But we have a responsibility as the people of San Antonio to stand up and to care for each other. Hello, Nancy. How you doing? Thank you for everything that you're doing out there, Nancy. Hello, Judson. How you doing? We must provide and take care of one another. Now, moving on, school districts are keeping the districts of San Antonio closed until April 24th. Now, how is that going to impact the rest of the school year? I don't have a clue on that, how they're going to handle that. But what I know of right now is that the school districts will be closed until April 24th. I will be providing a link to that resource of what schools are providing free meals during this time of the closure during the school districts. You'll be able to find it on my timeline. Whenever I provide links to resources on my timeline at KATHERINE.SYMTHE or Planet Cat, I will always say, Planet Cat, Paul News certified. Milani says, "I'm so tired of seeing all those children outside playing like it's nothing." I absolutely agree. Yesterday when I was talking in my broadcast, I had some new kids that moved in next door and they were talking about, they were just partying in the parking lot, drinking beer, getting pipes, smoking it up. And I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And the manager actually came along and said, "You guys can't be doing this." They're like, "Well, we don't know what the big deal. All the adults are just overreacting." So she sat there and had this conversation, which is so important. We have got to have a conversation with our families, with our children. Now, again, I am not the parent of your children. I am in no way telling you what to say to your children. But you need to have a conversation with them in some way or form, in your words. Because I can guarantee you that they don't understand what's going on. And I love my Arizona green tea, so excuse me if I drink some. Have that conversation because it's so important. And if we don't have that conversation with them, they won't understand. Have that conversation because this is a serious time. Like I said yesterday, we are in uncharted territory. Let's have some clarity on what is stay-at-home, work-safe orders that went into effect last night at 11:59 and is to go into April 19th. Hang on. I think I said the date wrong. So please excuse me. The stay-at-home declarative for stay-at-home, all the businesses shut down, went into effect last night at 11:59, and it goes into April 9th. The closures of all the bars and restaurants is to stay in effect until April 19th, and all the other things. There's so many dates and timelines, it's like, can't you all figure out to put it all on the same timeline? Rebecca said, "This is very serious, my friend. Darlene M. Apez lost her friend to the virus, and her son is now battling the virus." Is that the same lady that we gave a moment of silence to? that was on that person's timeline last night. She said, I knew that girl from a long time ago from school, but did not personally know her. Recent. Why does it say more when I can't even see? Strange Facebook. Yes, this is very serious. Lives are being lost, and that's why we did a moment of silence in the beginning of this broadcast for the life that was lost, the second death that occurred last night in San Antonio. This is like something of, let's go and toke it up. Let's go and drink, and who cares? We've got to have a conversation with our family, with our children. This is not something, oh, now that we don't got to work and we got money coming in from the government that's going to help, let's party. You damn fool. Your life's at stake. Take care of yourself. My condolences, Rebecca. I had saw that post on our friend's timeline and sent my condolences. And Planet Cat and Paul News did a moment of silence for her life. And it's just horrible that she has passed on. Look how serious this is, people. This ain't nothing to go frickin' and frolicking around. Get real. This is serious. The last time I checked, you only have one life. Now, regardless of your spiritual beliefs, once you're dead, you're dead. We have got to take the precautions to maintain our safety and our health and take this serious. This is important. So let's do some clarity on this stay at home and work safe orders that went into effect. Oh no, Rebecca, it's okay. I know that, so Rebecca was saying, sorry I was cooking, need to look at the back of the video. Yeah, when I first began, about 20 minutes ago, we gave a moment of silence, and I'll replay it for you when this broadcast ends. Again, I want to thank you, Rebecca, for constantly supporting Planet Cat and Paul News. You guys are amazing. Bexar County DA Joe Gonzalez stated, are you going to get pulled over? Everybody's been asking. Am I going to get pulled over for being on the road? I was on the road last night at 12 because I had to get home from another location. I felt like I was in The Walking Dead. There was nobody on the road. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, this is so not right on so many levels. And I'm all, please, fog, don't come in because this would just be super creepy. Anyway, the Bexar County DA, Joe Gonzalez, said, we are not looking to pull people over. We are giving you good faith that you have a legitimate need to be on the road. We went over this yesterday, that you can be on the road if you're going to go visit your family member or if you're going to the grocery store to pick up pharmacies. So very important. The shops that are allowed to be open are bicycle shops, aircraft call centers, car dealerships, car wash, construction, delivery services, yes, Uber and Lyft, but I have chosen not to drive. I do not want to take that chance. That's my personal choice. And for some of you drivers out there getting rude with the other drivers, stop it. If we choose not to drive for our own safety, we choose not to drive. You don't get to judge the other drivers that are choosing to stay home and be safe with their family. So stop being rude on the post and Facebook groups. And thank you to Carlos Guerrero, who's maintained a professional group on Facebook and Lyft and Uber platforms called Hello, how you doing, Bianca? He's maintained very professional attitude. Thank you, Carlos, for doing that. Other places that are allowed to be open is hotels, tire shops, realtor. And there's one other place that's allowed to be open, and I'm going to give a quick conversation about that. Liquor. Yeah, I'm still on. It was just a glitch in the Facebook yesterday. But I'm not driving Uber or Lyft. So a lot of people have been asking, how is it that liquor stores are allowed to be open? How are they essential? I read an article from CDC, and I also read an article from some of the local rehabilitation sites. And it actually made a kind of good point in a weird kind of way. It was one of those, that makes sense, but really? The reason why they're not shutting down the liquor stores, at least in San Antonio and some of the other places, is that for those people that have a problem with alcohol, or they de-stress with alcohol, or whatever reason, you take away that alcohol and the liquor, people will start to go crazy. And they could become very angry, and angry can lead to riots. So they're keeping the liquor stores open as a matter of being a necessity, an essential, so that people can relax, because you're stuck at home. What are you to do? Eat all your snacks, eat all your cookies. I can't tell you how many freaking Oreo cookies I got. I've never had so many Oreo cookies in my life. Or have your wine. You're right, Bianca. And many of you think, oh, Kat's a whiskey person. I actually love my Cabernet or Merlot. I don't have any right now, but I do have my whiskey. Thank you, Bianca. Yeah, I couldn't find my other glasses, so I found the glasses Gina got me back in the day. And so that's the reason why the liquor stores are open. All right, so we all heard about the stimulus package, that they're still working out the fine details, but this is what we have so far from Planet Cat, Paul News, what we were able to verify. That there is going to be a $2.2 billion stimulus package, and it's going to be designed to resuscitate the community. And as it stands, thank you, Bianca, hair food. Can you believe it? There's food for the hair. You just put in the hair and it actually makes it look good. The way it's going to work for the stimulus package is that there is going to be $1,200 to most Americans, American adults, $500 to most children. Hello, Dixie. How you doing? Yeah, you gotta know I gotta love my whiskey. You got there's going to be a $500 billion lending program for businesses, cities, and states. $360 billion for employee retention, and $130 billion that is going to be going to the hospitals and for 4 months of unemployment resources. This is very important, the stimulus package. Thank you, Bianca. You are too. Bianca is Gina's sister, and they are such great people. When they first met me back in 2013, they adopted me as a sister so that I would have family, because my family, biological family, doesn't even exist. And they came along and just really were kind humans and compassionate. And so let's revisit about what we're saying. We talked about the stimulus package, how serious this is. It's so very, very important. The stimulus package is going to be giving $1,200 to, thank you, and so are you, to most American adults, $500 to most children, $500 billion lending program to businesses, cities, states, $360 billion for employee retention fund, and $130 billion that's going to the hospitals. All right, so back on March 18th, actually March 19th, on day 2 of our broadcast, we announced that Governor Abbott put into place that if you had a bar here in San Antonio, and I'm going back to my notes because I keep notes, and he said that TABC has waived provisions so that you, as the owner of a bar here in San Antonio, can sell back, or in Texas, sell back any unopened product to the manufacturers, wholesalers, distributors. And that's all he said. However, that is not the case. There are catches to that. And I know this from personal experience because I saw this go down yesterday. Rebecca says, my husband Polo has to work. Still, he works for Ferguson Waterworks. They sell materials to the cities and other business contractors. He's even being very careful before coming in the house. He washes his hands outside and leaves all his clothes in a separate bin before he enters the house. Yes, the CDC has said that if you have clothes. Well, of course you have clothes, but when you come in your house, take your clothes off, put it in a separate bin, have it washed, and go take a shower, clean yourself off. And no, it's not a bird bath. Take a real shower, people. Use real soap. And clean yourself and then come out and dry yourself off. Switch your towels every day, people. Switch your days. Switch your days. Switch your clothes out. Wash your hands. Going back to the people that might have bars here in San Antonio or have bars like Irene Contra. Oh my God. She freaking owns Industry. And Irene, I can't say her last name right now. Sorry, it's hard to pronounce. Or Gina of the Wax Coal, if they try to sell back beer or liquor to the companies, the distributors don't have to take it. They said that the governor wasn't clear in the clarifications. TABC is mandating that they do this. I call TABC, and TABC, it's really up to the discretion of the distributors. I then contacted the mayor's office, and the mayor's office said, well, the local TABC is not in their hands. They can't enforce it. That belongs on the state level. So we got all these little monkeys running around trying to figure out, and I'm not saying that TABC's monkeys or the governor's mayor monkeys. I'm saying that we're all trying to figure this out because this is new territory. But they will not accept if you are a bar owner here in San Antonio or in the state of Texas, depending on the distributor, at least in our particular case here in San Antonio, they refuse to buy back any unopened alcohol or beer. And if you had an order of, say, 10 Jack Cokes, if one bottle was missing or open, they voided the whole order out and wouldn't even talk to you. It has to be exactly the way it was when they delivered. Now, mind you, that's kind of hard because when we had our delivery, we had one full weekend prior to the pandemic closure shutting us down. So we sold a couple of bottles because people drank it. When they came in, we organized all these bottles and they're like, no, sorry. They said it's not them, it's what's being told to them. So nobody's at fault here. There just needs to be clarity because the way it rules, the way it reads, is that TABC has waived certain positions that you could sell back unopened product to manufacturers, wholesalers, and retailers. Nowhere in that article did it say that it's their choice if they want to. The TABC sticker has to match the exact number, and God forbid you should have one bottle open. They won't even talk to you. Hello, Kathy Martin Bagley. How you doing? Oh, how are you doing in this time period, girl? So last night, Amazon has stepped up and suspended over 3,900 people accounts that have been price gouging customers looking for groceries that violated the company's profit policy on profit. It's supposed to be a 10% margin, not no 800% selling a frickin' toilet paper for $80 a roll. All right, now moving forward to our next important resources for people out there. It's very important. There is a fund out there for those that have been affected in the service industry, such as barbacks, bartenders, and servers. It's called www.USB as in boy, G as in God, foundation.org/BEAP. Hello, Glow. How you doing? Again, this resource for people that are looking for grants as a service industry, bartenders and servers. It's www.usbgfoundation.org/BEAP. This is the Bartender Emergency Association program that are giving grants for those that have been affected in the industry. Make sure before you apply, you have to do it on your computer, not your cell phone. And make sure you have all your bills that you're not able to pay because of not having a job as a bartender or server. Take pictures of it so that when you upload it, you got it all there. Very, very important. Again, you can only apply for this grant by using your desktop computer or your laptop. You can't use your cell phone. I tried, it doesn't work. Also, there was a grant that was going around from the Thrive Market where they were given a grant of $150 that you could go to the Thrive Market and get $150 worth of free groceries from Thrive. But I just received an email today from them that due to the overwhelming response of those in need, all the resources have been deployed and they won't be able to continue granting the $150 worth of free groceries. There are a lot of resources. That's why sometimes this broadcast is long, because we have a lot of resources out there. For those of you that have been watching here, I want to say thank you. You're an amazing part of this process. Make sure you share this. Start a watch party. Make sure that you are telling your friends about Paul News, about Planet Cat. We sent out a memo earlier today to go to our Facebook fan page. Follow us at PlanetKatMeow on Facebook, PlanetKatMeow on Instagram. Before we end the day, I want to talk about what do we do now? How do we survive during this time period? Well, first of all, be healthy, follow your precautions. Also, in the history of the United States, there have been people that have risen up in poor economies because of situations that have happened and went on to impact American society. Again, there have been people and companies that have been born out of recessions and poor economies and disasters that have gone on to change the history of the United States. General Electric in the year 1890, IBM in 1896, General Motors 1908, Disney 1923, Toll House Cookies 1933, Burger King 1953, Microsoft 1975, CNN 1980, Apple 2001. All these companies were born in a time of either recession, poor economy. Yes, Lestat, I'll be safe and you be safe, and please keep me updated on how you're feeling. We can do this. Take this time that we are at home and not allowed to work. Learn a new trade. If you don't have a job, learn a new trade. Learn something. Think of something that could impact people's lives, or learn a new hobby. It's so very important that we are San Antonio strong, unity in our community. Reach out to people. Find out if they're okay. I know that this change of schedule is freaking out your fur babies. The dogs are happy, like, man, my owner's home. Or Skulls. You're always home now. What the hell, cat? Sorry, Skulls. You know, what can we do? There was a question by Chuck Cantu. Can 1099 workers still file for unemployment? Yes, you can. But be advised that the unemployment network in sight is backlogged. So it's going to take a moment. Also, I want to thank those that are in the Angel Network that have been constantly providing resources and information to Planet Cat and Paul News, so that every day that when I'm doing this broadcast, which we will continue to do each day, 7 days a week until this pandemic is gone in the city of San Antonio, and that we're able to return back to something similar to a normal life. Now, whatever that's going to look like, I don't know. My phone number is 210-897-8369. Are there any questions or comments out there? Kathy, how have you been doing? Glow, how have you been doing? Please feel free to ask me questions, comment, share this broadcast. Love to hear from you out there. What are you all concerned about? What questions do you have? What kind of food were you cooking, Rebecca? It's an amazing time period with everybody standing together. Every one of you. We are here together. Unity in our community. We got a visitor. Come here. Let me get her. Oh. Yes. Skull says, remember unity in our community. How's everyone doing out there? Any questions, comments? She's like, let me go. All right. Bye-bye. Again. Ooh, you made baked spaghettis. I've never had baked spaghetti. Meow. Yeah, she's cute. I've never had baked spaghetti. Well, next time we see each other, we got to make some baked spaghetti. I hope this is a great day for all of us. I know this is trying times. Reach out to your friends. Be safe. Make sure that you're taking your precautions. You wash your hands every day. Paul News, Planet Cat is going to be here. Well, before this pandemic went down, Bianca, it was hard to get away from the club and take a few days off. I know. Mwah. Bianca. Anyway, please be safe out there, everyone. This is so important. Every day, I work all the way through. I check out my resources. I'm constantly glued. I've actually am using... What was my last count? I think I freaked T-Mobile out. I'm using 70 gigabytes of information. I still love you too, Bianca. Yeah, I just succeeded. Hello, Atrix, how you doing? For those of you that are just joining this broadcast, please rewatch it. I provided you information. Oh, you're welcome. Bianca says, thank you for all you do for my sis. Gina Cole. She is one of our sponsors for Planet Cat, Paul News. She allows me every day to tag her and put this broadcast on her timeline and on the Wax Club timeline. And she has been helpful making sure. Yesterday when we were doing errands, she's like, Cat. I'm like, what? That's just so random. What? She's like, you know what time it is? No. Am I supposed to know what time it is? She's like, it's time for you to go do your broadcast. Go, go, go. And I'm like, okay. Dedication and love of your family and friends. Bianca says I'm such a ray of sun. Well, thank you. I know I need to get a tan because I look like a white girl here. Well, I am a white girl, but you know what I mean. I look like a ghost. I want to thank everyone. Oh, yes. Now, I know she's... I'll give her a hug. Bianca was saying give her a hug. She don't answer her damn phone. You know, I'm going to have to fix the settings on her new phone that when she switched over. The notifications are stupid. I'm sorry, it is. It goes, deet, 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 if you're calling. And I'm like, what is that? Somebody doing Morse code to you? No wonder you don't answer your phone. Bianca, my next cast, people have been asking, when is the next broadcast of Paul News? It'll be tomorrow evening around this time period of 6 to 7. I will always post when I am going to go online. If, however, there is a major breaking story that affects all of us, I will immediately go back online and let everybody know. Because we have to stay together. We have to communicate. It's not like I can run to your house and go, oh my God, you know? Now we're here on Facebook communicating. Are there any questions, concerns? Please feel free to reach out to me, to Planet Cat, Paul News. Like us on Facebook. Share this broadcast. Share, share, share. Love it. Let people know about this. Because this is the reason we are here. We are San Antonio Strong. Unity in our community. And I want to make this a global community. Go international. Help everyone. Well, you always make my day, Bianca, because when you watch my broadcast and our broadcast, it makes me smile because I know that you're watching. Well, I hope everyone has a great day. If you have any questions, comments, yes, South Carolina, Greenville. That's where Bianca is from right now. How is it out there, Bianca? How's the restrictions out there in Greenville? Is it pretty tight like San Antonio? Kisses. From my understand, it's pretty strict out there as far as I know. She said it's horrible. The restrictions are horrible? Are people acting chaotic? That little meow of skulls. She's there's a curfew in Greenville? What time? And why was this curfew implemented? Were people not paying attention to the orders? Oh, only groceries or meds. I thought you meant that you had to be in at a certain time at night. Or liquor. Yeah, we all gotta have our liquor. Wow. Please stay safe, everyone. Take care of yourself. Share this broadcast. You have to be in at 11 p.m.? See, people, that's what happens when you don't follow directions. Other people have got to endure the consequences like there are in Greenville, South Carolina. All right, everyone. Unity in our community. San Antonio strong. We will get through this. How? Because we are together. See you tomorrow. Thank you for everything that you do. And have a great night.